Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, where's my phone? Damn it, where's my phone? Piss! I'm not stupid, could you make me coffee? I wasn't gone. I wasn't stupid. I totally didn't forget my phone in the kitchen. Totally didn't. Let us move past this. Shit. Fucked it up. Damn it. Ah! Yoink! Yoink! Damn it. It's the boss, back from the dead. Yes! I was extremely dead, but now I'm alive again. It was actually quite weird. I met a lot of interesting characters. Many of them not so good. I was in hell? Hell is a wonderful place in many situations, but as well as, like, it's also very weird, because, like, it's a bad place, right? And then, like, that's where the bad people go, is what I'm told, but there was plenty of pleasant people, and I didn't know how to react to many of them. It was really, really weird. Like, how do you respond to some of these things? Weird. And I didn't know how to react. There's a specific one I want to hunt down. None of them. Oh wait, no, but I have to do these because this is high rank. Saying harder daddy usually stops people in their tracks. Ah, you see, but I usually am daddy. Yes. Yeah, let's go after Mitsune. Cool, I don't understand a word you're fucking saying to me. I don't want to talk to the cat, I want food. Give me my delicious rice cakes! I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I am too, because holy shit, I got scared. So, for what you guys didn't know, is that one of my D&D players caught COVID. And we didn't know till Tuesday. And I had just started feeling sick, and I got worried that I got COVID, but we have rapid testing kits here. So I did a test, and my fiance did 2 tests. All 3 came back negative, which is good. Still terrifying. But it turns out, yes, I was sick. I just caught the local bug that was going around because I was hanging around my parents and my brother, who all were sick. And yeah, so I was knocked out for a week. And that was miserable. Because, guys, I like to do stuff. I very much like to stream for all of you. And not being able to do that for a whole goddamn week really is going to hurt me. Especially since I'm small. Even though we have now just reached 400 followers. Thank you all so fucking much. You beautiful individuals. I think you are all very wonderful. Still cleaning out the gunk in my system, though. That's just gonna how it's gonna be for the next little tiny bit. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm grabbing these birds because they help me recuperate. Does it reset if I do that? Yes, it does. Ooh, it's the cool one. I like this one. I really like this monster. It's really cool. Yeet! Make me slippery! Yeet! Ooh, shit. Okay, we already got a break. Orbit sail. Come on, bitch. Lube me up. Make me slip and slide. Apparently the alpha of this thing is, like, actually really fucking terrifying. Because, like, it tracks you by bubbles. Ooh, shit, I hit it with 200? Neat. Come on, I just want your tail. I just want your tail. You get the tail? No, we just... I thought my dog was the tail for a second. Good to know. Ooh, we got a Mitsune plate! That's pretty good! That's pretty good shit! Ooh, nice. Good job, Virgo. Yeah, that's what we want. We want that tail broken. Just calm down, dude. I actually really like this monster. It's actually really cute to me. Is it extremely fucking dangerous? Oh, yes. But it's adorable to me. Oh, it's capturable. I want to capture it. Please tell me I brought a trap. Ooh, I did. Where's my trank bombs? There they are. Woo! Good first hunt of the night. Why would you want that? The whole point of this game is to hunt these things down. Added difficulty. This game already gets hard enough. You're just going to annoy people if you add in, like, specifications. All the melodies are complete. Neat. What do we get? We got Fortify, Counter-Strike. Not bad. Flinch Free could be good, I guess. God, I hate that this is a random generator. Hey, Volmite. I am streaming on YouTube. I was wondering where the other chatter were. Yeah, oh shit, yeah, there's multi-stream. Fuck. I didn't see... Ah, shit. One sec, I don't have the multi-stream up. There we go. Now I should be able to see people. Sorry, guys. Ooh, shit. So sorry. I feel bad. Oh, I was totally ignoring the other side chat. I am so sorry. Give me Zinogre. Zinogre's cool. I like Zinogre. I don't care. "50 minutes? That's not gonna be enough time for them." Man, how have you all been? I know I've been gone. I've been really quiet, because when I'm sick, I want to stay away from everything, so that way I'm not trying to think about it. And I haven't talked to you guys in a bit. What's new? What's been going on? Who died? Who's alive? Come on, tell me. You could tell your old boss. You could tell me. I'm totally not just an alien who's wearing skin right now talking to you. Come on, you can trust me. I'm moving. No! How are we supposed to know where you are? Is it a good move? Or a bad move? Silk spider. Yoink. Wire bug. Trap bug, neat. Yeah, I'm moving for a new job. That's good. I don't like moving all that much. I know I'm weird. I hate moving. That's an Anjanath ahead. I've been dying to one-shots in Master Rank in Monster Hunter World. Yeah! Well, welcome to Monster Hunter, the game where it gives not a fuck what you think. And will happily beat the shit out of you when given the chance. Is that a snail? Fuck yes it was. And now we will eat a well-done steak. Alright, time to get after that Zinogre. I missed. First rule of fighting is an ogre. The face must go! Shit. Oh, I'm stunned. Uh-oh. Help Virgo! Thank you. I really need more steadfast jewels. Good job, team. Broke the head, that's good. And while he was charging too, so that adds. He's blind, awesome. Pressure. Oh, he had to jump away, didn't he? Stop charging! It's bad for your health. Specifically, it makes me very scared. And then I start hitting you more. Stop that charging. Stop it. Shit. No, 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 no. Virgo! 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 Oh, God! Ah! Ah, he's charged. That is not good. Okay, he's capturable. Oh, sweet, and I knocked him out of it. Ground trap! No! Shit! Oh, no, 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 no. I have to fly. Would you consider this a good intro game for newbies? That's a good question, honestly. I would say this one or World is really good for newbies. Monster Hunter Rise is supposed to be... Monster Hunter Rise is supposed to be that game where you can just jump into it and know what you're doing, but at the same time it also has enough leeway to hold your hand. Where it's like, hey, so we know you're new to this, and it's a little intimidating. So, like, yeah. World is definitely better. But World is going to spoil you. There's a lot of quality of life in World. Whereas in this game, it's kind of you get what you get. Monster Hunter Rise is very good at teaching players how normal Monster Hunters are. I caught the cool guy. But yeah, this game is totally accessible to like newbies and everything who are interested. In fact, my friend Toast says that this is the easiest Monster Hunter he's played. He completed the game in 10 hours, but that is also a Monster Hunter veteran. Hey, Blue! What do we get from the melting pot? A weakness exploit 1, that's not bad. People have been killing for these things. Counter-Strike earplugs. Bubbly Dance is good if you're doing that. Yeah, the only good one was this one. Take. Hey boss, got a question. How would you fight Deadpool? Easy. Wait, what do you mean fight him? Like, how would I go about, like, fighting him? Guys, the only thing that makes Deadpool super is just his healing factor. Other than that, Wade Wilson is a normal dude who's just lost his goddamn mind. Like he's coming after you. Oh, in that case, I pray to God. I pray to whoever is fucking listening. Because there is nothing I can say or do to get him to back the fuck off. If he's coming after me, there's not much I can do. I'm not well trained. I just kind of accept my fate. I know that's boring, but what the fuck do you want me to do about it? I am stupid funny haha man. He is I will gut you with an honest to God smile on my face man. There's just no fighting that. I'd use the barbed carbonadium nut. Cool! Does it look like I have access to that? I could go into witness protection. But, he's just kind of bullshit anyway. Plus, I hate comic Deadpool. And a lot of people are like, you hate comic Deadpool, you heathen? Yeah, I don't like comic Deadpool. I like movie Deadpool. Movie Deadpool is funny. But that's because that's Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool is boring as sin. That's Nargacuga. Oh no, I am hunting Nargacuga. Can't get over here, Nargacuga. I forgot to grab a pitfall trap. Shit! Oh, Nargacuga, you are one mean bastard. Let's clip those wings. Oh, thank you, my love. Hey, boss man, how you doing? I'm doing a lot better. I was asking the boss of EBIL. Oh! Oh, how would boss deal with Deadpool? Okay. Easy. He just hires him with a higher money. Like, that's all he would do. He'd just pay him double. Deadpool's done that in the past. Unless the guy's like a total shit sucker, Deadpool usually just takes double the pay. It's an adorable danger flute. Oh, yeah, Nargacuga's adorable as fuck. I like that it's like a danger kitty. There we go. Both its wings are broken. Oh, wait, no. What? No, its head's broken. When did I hit its head? I thought it was hitting its arm. I'm trying to break it. I am not hitting Nargacuga as much as I would like. But if you wanted to actually take Deadpool down, he'd just point at Dave and say, figure it out. And then Dave would go, okay. And then he would figure it out. Now, how Dave would take him out is that he would meticulously just do what you do to wizards in D&D. And then you just freeze them. I know that's a very boring answer, but Dave is a very practical person. In my canon. Oh shit, I caught off its tail. Oops. It's okay, buddy. Don't worry, I'll capture you. I still have a... Oh, who did that? Oh! Fuck! Okay, thanks, Toa. Okay, he's capturable now. Stop running. Tail. Cool. No, I look at this sleepy baby. Hey boss, so I found out how to play Sans in Dungeons & Dragons Undertale. Revenant Halfling? Revenant Halfling is... Dude, there's no such thing as Revenant Halfling. There's Revenant, which can be in the shape of a halfling. But there is no such thing as Revenant Halfling. That is a, that's homebrew, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, resentment, neat. Jump master, steadiness. Razor sharps, garbage. So, is Dave the real mastermind of EVIL? No, Dave is the the right-hand man and the engineer of EVIL. Okay, so that solves a lot of my problem. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is homebrew, my guy. If you want a Sans kind of thing, I wouldn't recommend it, but there are ways to do a Sans build where it's like punishing your opponent, but I would just say play Necromancer, a very offensive-based Necromancer. Necromancy is the best Amancy. Yeah, because the whole thing about Sans is that his whole thing is that he is the weakest creature in the game. It's just that he's not an idiot. He doesn't hold still. He just slightly moves to the left, and you're like, what the fuck? The whole fight is scripted that way. That you just keep missing. And he just kind of just keeps laughing at you for being an idiot. Also, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest, anybody that does the genocide ending in Undertale, you're boring to me. You're boring. You know what you do in the entirety of the genocide run? You walk in circles, hoping to God that a monster pops up when you have one guy left to go for hours. It is boring as sin. And, like, to all the edgelords out there who are like, yeah, but it's so much more interesting. No, it's not. You're a genocidal maniac. Where's the interest? And that's kind of the thing that I have to criticize Undertale for. Oh, some of you never played Undertale? Honestly, good for you. Now, don't get me wrong. Undertale is a great game. I will sing its praises. It has done a lot, and Toby Fox is a really good musician and programmer. Plus, the art is very charming. It's very funny. I actually laughed out loud a lot when I played the game, but I am going to critique its gameplay. Its gameplay is really fun. Its morality system is garbage, and I'll tell you why. Alright, the game actively criticizes you for beating the shit out of monsters. Even though, from the start, it tells you, hey, beat the shit out of monsters. Now, again, it's a very smart game, because it actively tells you, hey, these monsters have feelings too. But a first-time player's not going to get that. And, yeah, it has multiple endings that you could do. But it also actively tells you to not... It actively tells you that if you're going to be a dick, you're going to have a bad time. And yeah, bad time is boring. Being a baddie is fucking boring. Because all you're doing is killing things. The game is much more interesting when you are actively talking to all these interesting monsters and trying to figure out, like, hey, what can I do to make this monster my friend instead of trying to kill me? I mean, that is way more interesting, but... I also don't like it when a game just tells me, hey, you're an asshole. Cool. Do you have anything else to say? No, you're just a dick for playing the game. In a way that you can play it. You're choosing to be this way. Cool. Have a nice day, I guess. Now, again, Undertale, really good game. If you haven't played it, I do recommend playing it. Genocide Run is the boring run. I did a full, non-violent run, and that was a very hard challenge. And I didn't die to Flowey. First time, didn't die to Flowey. I like your armor. I really want to show my Valkyrie armor. I hate female armor in this game, not gonna lie. I hate that a lot of it is exposed. I know it's because, like, oh, the sex appeal. We got really got a sex appeal in there. Yeah, no, it's boring as sin, and I like my girls to be just as armored as my boys, please. You know what's hot to me? When the woman is wearing a set of armor so fucking thick that stepping on me would crush my spine. What's my favorite song in the game? Come on, you angry fire-spitting T-Rex! Oh, did I break his face? Hang on, you got scale. Okay, most common drop. Boop! Thanks for the tail! How are you related to the pickle? You aren't even as angry as the pickle. Well, at least the AU that came from Undertale is cool. The AU? Alternate universe? You mean like half the fucking edgy shit that I see? Guys, I have to tell you, I really do not like Edge that much. I really don't. Like, if you like edgy stuff, cool. But, like, I look at characters like Jason Todd and groan. I look at characters that are edgy and groan. Because there's nothing to them. I'm dark and brooding and upset and angry. Cool! Is that all you are? 9 times out of 10, yes, that's all they fucking are. And they're usually the Lancer. And I hate them. I hate them so much. Because they're all basic bitches. I hate Edge. But you like Darth Vader. I like Darth Vader for the intimidation factor alone. Darth Vader is not a character. He is a statue that scares the fuck out of you because you know that he could snap your neck by looking at you. I'm Batman. Batman is not Edge. As much as edgelords want to claim him, they cannot. Because Batman is not an edgy fuck. He actually has a character and a moral compass. He doesn't beat the shit out of people because he wants to. He wants to actively help his criminals. But the only way to do that is to stop them from hurting people, and he has to use force. That's not edgy. That's not edgy at all. That's doing his fucking bare minimum. Remember, he doesn't teach people how to kill. He teaches them how to capture, restrain, make sure that they don't hurt people. I'm gonna fight you on that one. Anakin is not a bitch. So, this is a thing where we need to really look critically at what happened. So Anakin Skywalker, how he is written in the 3 movies is very inconsistent. And I watched Linkara, and Linkara actually gave a good perspective on what he thought. And his opinion is that Anakin Skywalker should have fallen to the dark side in the 2nd movie. I sort of agree with that, but at the same time I don't. But what he did say is that Anakin is way too gung-ho and heroic to become Darth Vader like that, like at the snap of a finger. Because what really happens? In the movies, we see that the Jedi can be kind of frustrating, but to a degree, it rationally makes sense sometimes why they're being annoying as shit. But at the same time, it's just easier to do it some ways than others. And Anakin always tries to choose the easy path when it comes to stuff, when it comes to problems. It's always the path of least resistance. Or it's the easier way of doing things, and sometimes you can't do the easy way. Because the easy way sometimes just isn't the best option. Batman is rich. He could stop 90% of the crimes as Bruce Wayne. But then we wouldn't have Batman comics now, would we, you sick fuck? And actually, the surprising thing is that we don't focus on the Wayne stuff all that much, but he actually does. But anyway, back to Anakin. So, the Clone Wars does a really good job at showing the degradation of Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. We see the Jedi lie, manipulate. We see them do things to Anakin, or at least in front of Anakin, that he goes like, that's really not becoming of a Jedi. Like the assassination of Obi-Wan Kenobi. They killed Obi-Wan in front of Anakin. And didn't tell him, oh, it was because we've discovered a plot against the Chancellor and we needed to fake Obi-Wan's death, but the only way to do that was do it in front of you and not tell you about it because we wanted the genuine reaction. Because we knew that Dooku was watching. Cool. You could have told him immediately after. But no, keep him in the dark, you fucking pricks. There's also the fact that the Jedi are wildly inconsistent. Like, the love thing. You cannot preach. It's impossible for people not to care about each other. It's insanely impossible. When you are with someone for a prolonged period of time, you are going to care about them. Obi-Wan himself admitted to Duchess Satine, had you said the word, I would have left the Jedi Order. Aren't the Jedi lie to Anakin about making him a master for BS reasons? No, their reasons for not making him a master are very legitimate. He's way too gung-ho, and it came at a very tenuous time when it was basically Palpatine versus the Council. And Anakin just kind of slid himself into the middle of it, like, hey guys, the Chancellor wants me to be like his representative on the Council. The Jedi aren't going to go with that, especially since they were highly suspect of Palpatine. They didn't grant him the rank of Master because Anakin was being a political tool and not recognizing it. And also being a really petulant child about it. Because, one, he's a Jedi Knight who got on a council full of masters. That should be honor enough. Like, hey, ego trip. No, it wasn't enough. And Obi-Wan points that out to him. Like, hey, this is a high honor, and you're treating it like it's a fucking insult. Even though I would have killed to be you right now. Oh, Anakin does a lot of war crimes? Anakin does a lot of war crimes. How about everybody does a lot of war crimes? And that's the thing. We can't judge a universe on our rules because their rules are very different than ours. And also, do war crimes count towards robots? Because, like, they don't consider robots to have rights in the Star Wars universe. As horrible as that sounds, I'm not wrong. Droids are treated pretty horribly in Star Wars. It's just that we don't see it that often in main canon because the only droids we see are either the droids that we're shooting at or R2-D2, C-3PO, BB-8, whatever. Chopper's a fucking menace though, like... Holy shit, Chopper. Your tail's a fucking problem, dude. I'm gonna cut it off. But yeah, like, guys, both sides committed just this equal amount of atrocities. Like, You guys remember the episode where Padme takes Ahsoka to the Separatist capital world? And that conversation is, and thusly, how many Separatists have you known? Droids don't count. And Ahsoka can only think off the top of her head is Grievous and Ventress, and that's it. We never get to see the fucking other side of the war. We hardly ever got to talk to them, and that was the point. Because it's not the Separatist story, it's the story of how the Jedi fall. Who cares about the other side when it's our side that's going down a dark path? And by the way, gonna say this right now, the Separatists were the good guys in that debate. Like, sorry to say, like, yeah, they had General Grievous as the commander of their forces, but 90% of the Separatist military wasn't Grievous. It was regular people, aliens, generals, those kinds of people who literally looked at the clone army as like, wow, you literally just like legalized child slaves, dude. That's really fucked up. We're using robots. That's a little more humane, because we could fix a robot. You can't fix a person when they're dead. Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, and the clones were slaves! Everyone forgets this! But they were slaves! Like, holy fuck! Everyone forgets that, like, Rex, Bad Batch, everybody, they were slaves! That's terrible, guys. And what did the Jedi do? The Jedi just sat back and fucking watched. At no point did anyone ever question it. And anybody that did was usually, like, criticized very badly for it. The orange girl turned evil after her master become Darth Vader. Did you just call Ahsoka Orange Girl? How fucking dare you? Ahsoka deserves a lot more respect than that. I grew up with that character. How dare you? Ahsoka is one of the best written Star Wars characters I've seen in, like, a decade. I couldn't remember her name. She has a show coming out, dude. She's arguably the main character of Star Wars The Clone Wars. B-1 battle droids were designed to be so the brain was the only durable part. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, Ahsoka is the best written character in the show because she's our eyes into who Anakin is as a person and what the Jedi are. Ahsoka sees the best sides and the worst sides of both worlds. She gets a full experience of everything and everyone around her. You can't beat the sass on Obi-Wan Kenobi. You can't. But anyway, Ahsoka... How to best describe Ahsoka? She is just as much a victim as Anakin is. And what do I mean that she's a victim? Because a lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck do you mean? Guys, she joined the war when she was 13. She was 16. Sorry, no, she was 15 when the war started. And she was dragged into a conflict as a child. She was leading troops into battle as a kid. Literally, one of the episodes is she gets overconfident And her squadron, like her fighter squadron, dies because of her. And she breaks the fuck down. And rightfully so. She got 5 men killed. Not clones, men. What? And she is told from the start, hey, suck it up, princess. Death happens. But she's told in such a way where Anakin treats her like a person in that moment. Like, hey, I understand that you got ahead of yourself. And, like, this is a war. People are going to die. And, like, Ahsoka gets really heartbroken about it. Like, she's devastated that that happened under her watch. Because she never understood the consequences for her actions like that. And the whole show is her learning to live with it. Accept what you can, accept what you can't. Well, all the clones under her command as well. Yes, she knew her clones. She knew her men. And this is something that that's very pointed out throughout the Clone Wars. My favorite arc, my 2 favorite arcs are the Ahsoka arc where, like, she's been accused of murder and terrorism, and the Umbara arc. Those are my 2 favorite arcs of all the Clone Wars. The Umbara arc makes a very good point about Jedi. Rex points out to his men, hey, we've done crazy plans like this before, why is it different now? Fives points out to him, yeah, but usually when we're doing those stupid plans, Anakin is leading from the front. We have a super soldier on the front line. Unlike General Krell, who's guarding our ass, where we don't need it. Anakin was willing to jump into the middle of a conflict where many other Jedi were just willing to send clones in to die because that's their job. And Ahsoka was very lucky as a Jedi. She got to learn patience, due diligence, and stop and breathe for a moment from Obi-Wan, but she also learned compassion and empathy and sympathy from Anakin. Because Anakin was human. He just is a person at the end of the day. She learned that it's okay in some circumstances, and it's not okay in others. Yeah, and remember, in the final season of Clone Wars, she does not kill any clones on purpose. The first time she kills a clone is when they started firing on her and she didn't know what was going on. After they figured out what happened, it was night and day, and she refused to hurt her friends. And that says something about Ahsoka. I love how Ahsoka is written in Clone Wars. Because she is very much aware of what's going on around her. And it was a painful start, don't get me wrong. Everybody, when Ahsoka was first introduced, everyone hated her. Everyone thought she was annoying. Everybody thought, like, oh god, they've introduced another kid into the series. God damn it, I hate her already. But as we grew up, so did she. And I remember seeing her in Season 2, where Anakin is chasing after Cad Bane, and she says, wait. Hold the fuck up for a moment. Because we're just running into another problem here. Like, patience, my guy. And that was a good moment where, like, she actually yelled at Anakin, where it was like, dude, you gotta slow down. Like, oh, holy shit, that was awesome. I loved that scene so much. Because, like, she was right. He needed to slow down. He just didn't. And that's the thing. She had that support.
One debt to society later.
Oh, Aramis, thank you for the sub. Thank you, my friend. Coffee. That's right, I chugged coffee. Fuck you. Can I do these? No? I do these. But yeah, it's really in the Ahsoka arcs where we get to see just how far Ahsoka has come as an individual. And how she sees the Jedi at the end of the day. She still respects them, but she recognizes their flaws. She recognizes they are not this wise, great group. She sees the flaws in them that they do not see in themselves. And that's a problem. Because she sees it, but no one else does. And that's kind of a problem. Where you see the flaws in everything, but no one else is aware of something that is wrong. And Ahsoka really learned a lot of things, and what really changed her character was the Alderaan arc. When she met the Separatists, like, actually talked to them. And it wasn't just like, oh, it's just more droids. No, it is a full thing here. You're talking about Ahsoka Tano? Yes. Doesn't Yoda see it too, but only too late? No, Yoda was aware of it, as he says in the movies, like, hey, this is becoming a very, very bad thing that a lot of you are talking about. And we kind of need to recognize that we're in a really bad spot here. And that y'all are making it worse. Like, arrogance among the Jedi is becoming more and more common. And it's a very bad trait for them to have. Like, the Jedi can do no wrong kind of a thing. Like, I'm a Jedi, I know what I'm doing. When they really don't. Shit. Oh, fuck, that's not good. Get away from my door, bitch! Yoda was treated as senile. No, no, he was not. He was not treated as senile. Oh, Yoda was fucking terrifying. And that's the thing. The Clone Wars was supposed to be the story about how the Jedi were flawed and how they failed the galaxy. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh my god! Leave my door alone! No, why is my controller... God damn it! Oh, why am I struggling? Why can't I... Oh my god, I am struggling here. Okay, well that was terrible. I had an argument once where someone said Anakin was worthless and Episode 3 was right, that Anakin didn't bring balance to the Force. Well, that's the thing. What the fuck does the prophecy say? We never see it. We never hear it. What the fuck does it say? Oh shit, I'm still poisoned. I didn't realize that. Shit. Oh, this is virulent. Oh no. That's really not good. But yeah, like, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh my god, can I hit this thing, please? Oh, thank god I got machine guns. Now I gotta place this stupid ballista. Anakin, if we knew what the prophecy said, we would be able to infer it. All we know from the prophecy is that someone is supposed to bring balance to the Force. Who the fuck? What the fuck does that mean? And what do you mean by balance? What, is something wrong? Like, what's wrong with the Force, kind of a thing? Why does it need to be balanced? And what does balance mean in this instance? Now, a lot of people are like, well, there's too many Jedi, so, like, that's a bad thing, right? Yes and no, but we don't exactly know. I would love the answer. But Star Wars isn't content to give us that answer. And that bugs the shit out of me. I don't think we ever get to see the prophecy as well. So, like, that's another problem. I would like to know what this prophecy fucking says. Because a prophecy is just words on a tablet until proven otherwise. Sorry, I'm also trying to focus on keeping the siege from going to shit. Shit. Oh my god, I can't move. Ah, fuck. No, I'm not getting these secondaries done, and that's a problem. There's something with the rule of 2. The rule of 2 is a thing about the Sith, where since the Sith are inherently bastards, like there's just no other way to say it. They are just bastards. At the end of the day, oh my god, I hate this thing. Like, the Sith, in and of themselves, cannot coexist together. They are inherently always going to be a problem for one another. Because, like, Sith will always crave power. And who has the power? Other Sith. So, by that logic, I should kill my fellow Sith. Because they have what I want. That's not a very good long-term strategy. Especially if you are, you know, trying to survive. Hence why the rule of two was made. Master Mugen. Oh my god, that was a total shit show. I do not deserve that win. Sith can't even run a stable government because they always want to be the smartest in the room. If they aren't, they kill whoever is. Well, yes and no. The problem with the Empire was it's just blatant corruption. Along with it being a Nazi state, but it's neither here nor there. Darth Sidious, Palpatine, made the Empire in such a way where everybody is always trying to one-up each other and never him. And that's a problem for a... It's good if you don't want people stabbing you in the ass. It's a problem when you want those people to be competent. Because nepotism settles in. It's something that Thrawn got on the Emperor's case about. Thrawn actively said how the Emperor does things is actually detrimental to his own empire, and he knows it. He just doesn't care. It's that kind of thing where, so long as it doesn't affect the Emperor himself personally, he just doesn't give a shit. And that is the worst kind of nepotism you can have in an empire. Because, like, cool, everybody's trying to murder everybody, and the top brass just kind of sit there and go, yeah, do that more. It's really ass backwards. Well, that doesn't look bad with it. I like that. What else do we have? So the Empire is Aizen from Bleach. No! Stop! I don't know Bleach enough for that. And I'm not even gonna bother trying. So this is more of a thing about imperialist governments and fascist governments. They need conflict to stay alive, so that way there's always an enemy. They preach peace, but at the same time, they are just as willing to kill you for arbitrary reasons. It's loyalty to... How do I put this? It's populism. Palpatine argued populism throughout Star Wars. Everything he said was that, like, the Republic is failing. Give me more power and I will fix everything. Give me the power. And you guys gotta remember that in the original trilogy, the Empire is supposed to be America. Sorry, Americans! George Lucas fucking hates you. George Lucas hates everything about the American system. Sorry to say. Because it's just who they are. We bring peace by beating the shit out of you. Sounds familiar? Sound fucking familiar, guys? We bring peace by beating the shit out of you? But with worthless propaganda. No, with propaganda that worked. Guess what, guys? Sidious won! He made his fascist state. Sidious won the war. He played everyone against each other, and he came out on top. What is propaganda but good publicity? But is like self-made publicity? He won whether you liked it or not. Guys, Hitler won in Star Wars, basically. That is the best way to describe that conversation. I don't know if that's gonna get me kicked off of fucking Twitch. Context matters. Anyway. It's mind-boggling to me that a lot of people don't see it that way. It's just like, oh yeah, Palpatine won because he's a bad guy. No! He corrupted the institution to work for him. Remember, the fucking Senate, their elected officials, were just his hype squad. Boss about to end every... I will end this fucking career, dude. But Palpatine played everybody. In modern day, like back in 2016, I could arguably compare Trump to Palpatine. What do you need to succeed as a dictator? You need every politician to be your fucking hype squad. That they just hand you more power and you blame everyone else for everything. It's the Jedi's fault that the war started. You know, where the Separatists were saying, no, it's clearly the corrupt institution of the Republic that we fucking hate and despise that started the war. Like, we wanted to be separate, and then you guys just decided, like, hey, fuck you. Now, granted, the Separatists weren't doing themselves any favors by producing an army, but they were scared because the Republic were talking about an army. So, kind of that thing where, like, hey, we kind of need to prepare just in case. Like, don't get me wrong. Be ready. That kind of bullshit. You never see schools under the Empire, but I guess they have a lot of blaster holes. that is something that I don't think Star Wars ever... Actually, no, Star Wars did touch on that. Indoctrination schools. Yeah, fun fact, Star Wars had the equivalent of the Hitler Youth. And that's, ooh, fuck. What the fuck do I even say about that? I don't even know what I'm doing. So, boss, what would you do if you ran Star Wars? Okay. You want my creative ideas for Star Wars? I want to focus on the other side for a little bit. I want to see the other side. I want to see the ground, kind of a thing. What do I mean by I want to see the ground? I want to see why the Separatists do what they do. I want to see actual people in the Separatists. I want to see it from their perspective. I want to see how their government treated their people. I want to see what they thought of Count Dooku. I want to see what they thought of the war in general. I want to see what they thought about Grievous. Because we never hear... Grievous commits atrocity after atrocity, and he's the leader of the Separatists. But no one brings it up. Remember, we do meet the Separatists. We actually do see their government. But not much else. I would love to see that. If I had the power of Star Wars right now, if I was Dave fucking Filoni, I would want to see Star Wars Separatists, or whatever, and show that side of Star Wars. Because not every Separatist was the banking clan, not every Separatist was the Techno-Union. They were just people who were sick and tired of the corruption of the Republic. And they just wanted an out. And then when they got that out, what happened? They got their asses kicked, is what happened. And that's fucking depressing. We sort of see more of that in Bad Batch, where the Bad Batch save a senator from the Separatists, like, who was, like, basically going to be executed because he refused to bow his head to the Empire. And I would love to see more of that. I want to see the Separatists. And then what else do I mean from the ground? I want to see what the Empire does to people to make them join the rebellion. I want to see what the Empire does to make people join the rebellion, to join the Empire. You know, we only ever get the perspective of why some people join the Empire from the officers. I want rank and file. We get maybe a little bit of that in Bad Batch, where, like, Crosshair Squad goes like, hey, this is basically keeping a roof over my head. Or, I signed up because I'm a patriot. I want to do my duty. Not every stormtrooper is a bastard. They're just people like us. They're grunts that are made to do horrible, horrible things. They should still be punished for doing those horrible, horrible things. But they're grunts. I want to see why... Because, like, really think about it. What did the Empire do in the original trilogy that made them bad? Well, they were coded fascist. Cool. What else? They blew up a planet. There you go. Tons of Imperials defected after that. They were like, I was in this because, like, we were keeping the peace, but now we're just blowing up planets. What the fuck? We are no better than the people we claim to stop. The rebels are right. Or how about this? I want to see Saw Gerrera's partisans. I want to see them. I want to see the fucking extremists. Because these guys did horrific shit. Like, so much so, like, the rebellion actually said, no, they aren't with us. Like, actively. Because Saw Gerrera and his partisans were fucking war criminals, dude. What drove them to be that way? What drove Saw Gerrera to be that way? I want to see that. Yeah, well, guess what? Legends isn't canon anymore, and Legends had Force-sensitive droids, and that was stupid. So... sorry to say... I would love to see... an entire thing in Star Wars where how do I put this? I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. I want to see the regular people of Star Wars. I am tired of Jedi. I don't care about the Jedi anymore. They're done. Their story is boring. You know why I like modern day Star Wars? Because we aren't focusing on Luke fucking Skywalker every fucking episode. We aren't focusing on the Jedi. Their story is done. We get it. The Jedi fucked up and they're dead. We fucking get it. I want to see the universe now. I want to see the consequences of the war. Shit, I'm gonna die here. Cause, like... so no Star Wars Christmas special. I don't know what you're talking about. I want to see the galaxy of Star Wars. I want to know about these alien cultures. I want to know... I want to see more. Do I want to watch the Obi-Wan show? Yes. But that is at a point where Obi-Wan has to blend in with society. I am more interested to see how he bounces off a society that thinks he's a monster. I'm there for that. Not because of anything else. I want to see, like, the training of pilots in Star Wars. I want to see... I want world building, basically. I want to see why people would fall for such obvious tricks that, like, populism brings out. And yeah, people together are stupid. An individual is smart, a group is really fucking stupid. Would love that miniseries. I feel like I triggered Boss. No, you really didn't. This is just how honestly I feel. Tell me, why do we like the Krogans so much in Mass Effect? Why do we like the Turians? Why do we like the Asari? Why do we like the Geth? Even though the Geth is the main enemy force in Mass Effect 1, who are guilty of multiple atrocities. I'll tell you, world building. It's a wonderful thing, really. No, it's not because they aren't human. It's because we're interested in them. You look me in the eyes and tell me what you know about the Twi'leks. We know that people like them as slaves. You look me in the eye and tell me exactly what Hera Syndulla's culture is like. I like Hera because she's an interesting character. Couldn't tell you fuck all about her species. What do we know about Wookiees? What do we know about Trandoshans? Fuck all. We get maybe a little bit about Hera's family. How much do you want on Twi'leks? I want their culture. I want their people. I want to know what they believe. I want to know why they struggle so much in politics. I want to know them. Their people. I am a man that is fascinated by culture. Star Wars does not focus on that. Granted, it doesn't have to. But, meh. I would like a little more, please, than the bare minimum. Yeah, I don't want to know it from you, Aramis. I want to know it from the show. You can stop bringing up the Star Wars Christmas special now. How do I put this? We learn about the plights of the different races in Mass Effect because we have squad members in our group that are like, yeah, hey, my life kind of fucking sucks. And then you go like, what? Why? Why does your life suck? Because, like, Krogan. Hey, so my race is basically fucked. We have an infant mortality rate of 65%. I don't remember, but it was a very high number. And I tried to fix it. But the Krogan are so fucked that I lost interest in trying to help them because they don't want to help themselves. Oh my god, Rex, I'm so sorry. And my dad is a total bastard. And I killed him for it. Oh Rex, oh no, baby, I want to give you a big hug. I want to give you a big kissy. Because you're a very sad boy and I love you. 99 fatality rate for Krogan shoulder bear. Thank you. Thanks to the humans. Nope. Thanks to the Solarians and the Turians. Humanity had nothing to do with the Krogan problem. It's that world building. Events happened and humanity wasn't there! We had nothing to do with that. That's world building. Humanity is not the fucking focal point, is what I'm saying here. Every time there's been a Star Wars show, the main character has always been human. Fuck that! I am sick of that. We have an entire galaxy. Is it more related? Is it easier to relate to a human? Yes. Because they're us. You know what else is easier to relate to? Something that looks human. I can relate to fucking, what's his name? Thrawn. I can relate to Thrawn. The man The man is dedicated. He's duty-bound. He's smart. He thinks everything through. He doesn't just let things slide. When he gets attacked at the academy, he doesn't instantly go like, oh, I want my bullies destroyed and, like, driven into the fucking ground. No. He saw the quality in them. He looked at them. He studied them. He understood them. He said, no, their talents are wasted in the officer corps. They're pilots. Excuse me? Oh, did you not recognize how often they put in time in flight simulators? Did you not see how they're constantly looking at the sky? That they don't like, that they feel like trapped here? I will let this incident go of them assaulting me if we transfer them out of this academy and put them somewhere where they are actually fucking useful. Not only did he get his bullies off his back, he improved the infrastructure. That is good leadership. That is a character that I want to learn more about. Thrawn is interesting because instead of destroying his enemies, he's like, no, they're useful. I want to make a sci-fi where humanity is the first interstar species of the Milky Way, but then they are very meh. The one outside the one galaxy. That's the thing. A lot of sci-fi revolves around humanity. And that's fine. That's very much fine. Dead Space is one of my favorite series of all time, and that conversation is, where is everybody? They're dead. We're food. I don't know how new Dead Space is going to do it, but we're just food in old Dead Space, in the originals. And that, for a lot of people, that's existential crisis. But for something like Mass Effect, Star Wars, Warhammer 40,000, all that kind of stuff, I care about the galaxy. I care about the world events. Yes, humanity has a role to play in it, but there's a lot more going on than just humanity doing human things. I do not give two flying fucks about... I'm tired of, like, all of these stories about humanity in, like, the sci-fi world. I want alien stories. I want to know about them. Fuck, make them green if you need them to look more human and be more relatable. Fuck, I don't care. Just something. And stop making humanity the focal point. We are not. Can humanity be a good help? Yes! Star Trek has proven this. The Federation isn't just humans, it's different groups of aliens that we have talked to. Fuck, slap pointy ears on them. I don't give a shit. If they're humanoid, that's good enough. Ben 10 learned this. Any thoughts on the Dark Crystals? Humans aren't even there. I have no opinion on Dark Crystal because I am a little bitch baby, and I'm too scared to watch it. Not because I think it's bad, but because I'm scared of the puppetry and I hate puppets. I'm a basic bitch, boys, girls, and non-binary pals. And you cannot make me watch it. I just, no, thank you. Not saying it's bad. Just, I'm a bitch baby, and I'm scared of it. A good bug is a dead bug. And that's another thing. Starship Troopers. You guys want to know what Starship Troopers is? It is the ultimate example of a fascist state written by a fascist. Like, I hope that irony is not lost on you. Remember, guys, we invaded the bugs. We walked into their turf, blew up their homes, and just basically called it a day. Now, were the arachnids much better? No. It turns out they're pretty horrific monsters, too. But they're monsters for a very different reason than us. Guys, in order to become a citizen, you have to go through military training. It's not enough just to be born there. You actually have to, like, serve or die, or become a fucking experiment. It's bad. Is there a way to use Jar Jar to win any wars? Sure, I'll just throw him on the enemy side and watch them entirely collapse. As, like, he just accidentally walks into, like, the fucking munitions dump. And then go from there. And that's another thing. Yeah, I hate the Gungans, because I'm fucking annoyed by their voices. But at least we get to fucking learn them! We get to learn their struggles with the Naboo, because they're actively scared of each other. What does it say that the people that make me very angry with how they fucking talk are much more interesting than a lot more other things I've seen in Star Wars? That's a very fair thought. Just a thought. It might have been a good example of non-human focused story. No, and you're right. There is no humans in Crystal, whatever the fuck it's called. Dark Crystal, yeah. There's no humans in it, to my knowledge. And it's all puppets. And it's very much a very dark story. And I appreciate that. Boss autism is showing, and it's super cool to see. That's not my autism, dude. There's a difference between autism and... One moment. I need to address something here. Passion should not be addressed to autism. I am passionate about a medium that I like. I like sci-fi. I am a critic, as is everyone. I have my likes, I have my dislikes, I have my passions. That is not... Just because I'm talking about my passion doesn't mean it's autistic showing. Come on, guys. A little bit better than that. Does The Hobbit count as a non-human focused story? Yes, actually. Even though hobbits are as close to our modern society as possible, because it's familiar. The point of The Hobbit is familiarity. The Shire is familiar to us. It is... It is a place that the Shire is a place that is supposed to invoke the feelings of home. And no, we actively do see the cultures of the dwarves, and the hobbits, and the elves, and the humans in that world. The Hobbit does not focus on the human element. It focuses on the dwarves, and how one person in the right place at the right time can help. don't forget, Bilbo is the reason why a lot of the stuff happens. And Bilbo beats himself up. And don't get me wrong, Shadow. It's complicated. It's a very complicated thing. And I wanted to explain it in such a way that didn't come off as me, like, getting angry. Because it's very hard to explain. But anyway, Tolkien did a very good job in explaining the world of Lord of the Rings. Dwarves are inherently a good people. It's just that sometimes greed gets the better of them. Elves are wise and smart, but they're also snooty in some ways. But you will never find a more compassionate and giving people. They're just really emotional. And they're complicated. Everyone is complicated. And that's another thing. The Hobbit shows that people are complicated individuals. Thorin lost everything in The Hobbit. He lost his home, he lost his family. All he had were Fili and Kili, but that doesn't really fix the problem with him. He's alone. And he's a king without a home. With Will Smith called Blight, it was interesting. Never watched that. I am fascinated with I am fascinated with those stories that focus on other people's problems. Can humans be there? Yes, totally. But humans should not be the start and end of every fucking problem. Can humans get the ball rolling? For, like, fixing a problem? Yes. But they should not be the sole reason that problem gets fixed. Because if humanity wasn't there, then the problem would never get fixed, is basically the argument. Does it help to have a third-party perspective? Yes. But we should not pretend that we are the arbitrators, that we are the shining beacon on the hill. Because we are just as fucking dumb. And have fucked up just as much, if not more. In a lot of cases. But the elves always came off as arrogant. Well, yeah. They live a lot longer, and just because you live longer doesn't mean you get to talk shit, kind of a thing. And it's that kind of thing where, like, oh, well, we've been here longer and we were chosen by gods, kind of a thing. And then you go, cool, where are they now? Doesn't fucking help. Just gives you a chance to connect to them. Yeah, the Misty Mountain. That is world building. That's a song that they sing about the tragedy of the Misty Mountain. Of their home. The tragedy of their home. Of the day that Smaug came and took their home from them. and how they lost their home. It's really good. That's good world building. Now, I think fantasy's got a lot easier than sci-fi in a lot of ways when it comes to world building, because it's one world that you have to worry about, with different races living in that world. And that's just how things are going to be. But I want to see that kind of thing from sci-fi. I want to see why these worlds and these cultures do what they do. Yeah, and it was really good. What they did in The Hobbit was really good. And I like the world building that they did in The Hobbit. Granted, I would have liked that from the book. But I like the small things. I like that we learned that, like, hey, Bilbo's uncle, like his great uncle, was a general who led a war, and like he created the game golf by knocking a goblin's head off into a hole. I like that. That was very cute. How Gandalf just kind of points that out to him, like, hey, your grandpa did a cool thing. Why aren't you like your grandpa? Well, like your uncle. Why aren't you like that side of your family? What happened to that side of you? What happened to that side of you? Yeah, and there's in visual media, you have to show, don't tell. There are other times where you do have to basically tell what's going on. But that's debatable from moment to moment. I like world building. I am very much a world builder. When I write stories and such, or when I think about stories, I think about, like, why do they think this way? What happened? Why does a culture think that a chariot is pulling the sun east to west? What makes them think that? Or why does a culture become entangled in war? What drives people to do what they do? What are the circumstances around them? That is what I'm interested in at the end of the day. Why does the world work this way? Why do these cultures work the way they do? We don't watch Star Wars just because of cool laser swords. Plenty of shows have cool laser swords. Oh, these are terrible. Flinchbury's good. Oh shit, is that a... Oh shit, that's a 3 jewel slot. Fuck. Okay. I'll have to show that to my friend later. How do I put this? I'm currently building a campaign right now for D&D. And I have 2 factions in this campaign. Essentially, this campaign is that it's pirates inside the celestial realm. Like, they're on an ocean of stars and dreams and nightmares. But what do these two factions do? Why are there two factions here? What is the penultimate goal of these factions? Why do they do what they do? What about the people that end up in this world who came here for the goal that the party's going to go for, but they don't make it, or they're stranded, or maybe they're forced to pick a side? Why? How? Why? What does it mean? What does it say? Why are these things happening with these kinds of people? That is what I like. That is what I like to know. I am sick and tired of worlds that just focus on humanity. That humans are the influence to everything. No. That's not how life works, guys. If I throw you in a cage of tigers, I'm telling you right now, you're not the fucking protagonist there. You're food. You know why I like Dead Space? Dead Space had the fucking balls to look you in the eye. I'm floating. I'm floating. I'm floating. Okay, back on point. Dead Space had the balls to say, humanity ain't worth fucking shit. We're food. And there's nothing we can do about it. This is so weird seeing me float there and do this. Is this campaign connected to Barry? No. The Barry thing is my Strixhaven campaign. Oh, that was terrible. And for a lot of you that need to know, it's very specific to familiars, but if a familiar dies in its home plane, it's just gone. Because they go there to regenerate. And it's that kind of thing where if, like, they die in their home dimension, they die permanently. It's a very weird thing. But Barry's gone, and there's nothing we can do about it. Unless the party has Wish. But Strixhaven only goes to level 10, and Wish is a very, very powerful spell that wizards only learn at max level. So there's no coming back from that. And no, it has no connection to what I'm building. Hopefully I don't kill more familiars along the way. But, good times ahead. Good times ahead as my party slowly wants to kill me. Why did you kill Barry, boss? I didn't fucking mean to. I didn't fucking mean to kill him. But a beam of energy that is 3 squares wide and goes in that direction hit everybody. And I didn't know Barry was with the party again. I thought he was still flying around. Hit everybody. And I didn't know that the guy recalled Barry to him. I recently heard a thing about D&D in common. Basically, it's weird that humanity doesn't have a racial language. Unless they do, and it's common, which would mean a lot of imperialism. Well... Common is supposed to be the universal term of they speak your language. Like, if you're in France, they speak French. If you're in Russia, they speak Russian. If you're in China, they speak Chinese. If they're in Japan, they speak Japanese. It's common, because it's common to you. If it has hit points, then it will eventually die. Yep! That being said, what is Undercommon? Undercommon is underground speak. The races that grow, that, like, hide in the dark, who basically just develop their own language how to speak in the dark and the underground. Because there's a lot of terrors that whap underground, guys. It's basically the language of Drow and Durger and everything. Don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, so my throat hurts because I'm still recovering from the cold. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please, 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 if you have the extra funds, I would really appreciate it. Please donate for extra subs, that kind of thing. I really appreciate it if you could. I understand if you can't. Recent reveals in campaign include a party member's dad is a little demigod, a god successfully has her own body on the plane. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming and watching. The schedule's going to get back to normal here real soon. I'm sorry I was gone for a week. That was just as much torture for me as it was for you guys. Because I literally couldn't function. Please spread the word. Announcer of Games is back. I really appreciate it. I have a video in the works. I have a YouTube video in the works. Just be aware of that. And going from there, what else? I might have an editor. And come June, hopefully, we will be doing an unboxing. Howdy do. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Please donate, whatever. Just support right now. I would really appreciate it. Please stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Wipe your ass. Wash your hands. And yeah, being sick sucks. Take care of each other out there, guys.